Fun fact, this issue was really hard to find on either digital or even in real life. I finally found a digital upload of the issue, but it took me a couple days. I'm not even kidding, that's how hard it was to find. I'm not sure why it took so long to find it, just did. This issue starts off where issue 7 ended, because issue 8 was the origin of April and Mark. Shulk has been captured in their basement. April, like all villains, is just telling Jen her evil plan. Mark and April see Jen as the perfect Hulk, because unlike most Hulks, she's in full control of her abilities. Which piques April's curiosity to why. Is it Jen herself, or did her gamma react differently? They hook Jen to this machine, as she offers to help them, saying that maybe she can find some cure to help Mark, because at the moment he's kinda not doing so well. But April says she's the only thing that they need, and that is her radiation. We then see that April is planning to take her powers with her own new ability similar to that of Jack's, revealing that is actually the reason behind why Jack was brought back, because he has been the only one ever been capable of taking Hulk's radiation, meaning she needed Jack in order to do it. However, she found a way to kind of take Jack's abilities so she could do it herself. But speaking of Jack, he ends up finding the basement shouting out for Jen. But while Jack distracts Mark and April, Shield breaks out of her restraints. Jen fights Mark while Jack tries to fight April, but it doesn't really go well due to the fact he doesn't have his powers, with her actually having them, making it kind of a problem when Jack just tries to throw a chair at her, which of course she just destroys. Jack, having had zero energy before, knows is very unstable and tells her as such, but April just says, oh, maybe it's unstable for you, but not for me. But, however, while Jack is not exactly winning, he's actually incapable of being killed by the zero energy due to the fact that he's immune. But she does manage to knock him out before she tries to steal Jen's energy. However, she replies by throwing Mark into April. But by doing this, April touches Mark while she's powering up with zero energy, meaning she actually absorbs Mark's radiation now, curing him, but she herself now becomes a Hulk. And Jack turns to a tube of zero energy before anything can happen, though. We get something that hasn't happened in years. She-Hulk breaks the fourth wall. She yells at us, as the readers, as everything freezes. She doesn't want this to keep going. She doesn't want the conflict. Jen rips the page, refusing to let this keep going. However, while maybe she can delay a story, she can't prevent it. Therefore, she has to let it happen. The next page then references the mistreatment of the character from fan interpretation. How some may look at She-Hulk and just think, oh, she's a female Hulk, which could be a reference to how the character got so much hate from the recent show, a show that I personally liked, but a lot of people didn't. Now, a lot of people didn't seem to understand the concept of She-Hulk and think that she's only a female Hulk, which is referenced here, I believe, as that has happened a lot of times in comics. It also references the poor mistreatment of Jack, due to the fact the character has been killed off multiple times, and it even says here he's extendable, which right now is a reference to how he is prepared to just die. And at this second, he actually gets his powers back due to the fact that he's taking on the zero energy, with April and Mark escaping while he falls on the ground as Jen just hovers over him, trying to say that he is going to be okay, when in reality, she doesn't know, if you will. This issue, I think, is very good. The puzzle is finally really coming together, which, in my opinion, is being done very well, as there were a lot of seeds planted throughout the earlier issues that I did not see coming. With the earlier issues sometimes being a little slow, now that I'm seeing how the mystery is finally coming together, I understand what the point was. For example, the whole random April and Mark showing up mid throughout the series now makes sense to me. I also was really happy to see Jen finally break the fourth wall again, something I really missed, and it has been forgotten since people typically associate that trait with Deadpool despite the fact that Jen did it before him. And that's it. Like always, please like, subscribe, and see you guys next time. Bye.